I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the minute and 41-second mark in 1-0, go! I love this song! Oh man, it pumps me up. Well, I mean, by the looks of things, the invincibility factor is gone, and he's already suffering major amounts of damage. Yo, that is some dynamic animation with the This is how beautiful action looks like, because today I saw a lot of, I've been seeing a lot of disappointing series finales with the disappointing animation, and this series, yo, and just like, not even like the most major fight, and it shits all over a lot of the seasonal anime this season that have had their final fights. It's crazy, like the quality in the series. Although, to preface this, though, Back Arrow does match up well to this series visually. It's other animes like, say, Burning Combati, which is a sports anime, and a few other series where this series just absolutely decimates. I actually like that, how the new equipment that DAI has is actually having a nice effect. It's showing now that even though, yes, Leonia isn't there directly, her presence is still being felt with the new gear, reducing the damage that DAI could have suffered. So that is actually some damn good writing in there. Oh man, I want to see this guy seethe even further. Oh! Yo, kind of feels like Mam is flying in some of these bits. Not that I'm not... Even like how when she kicks the man, you can even see a bit of hairs fall out of his body too. That is some amazing detail. Wow. Yeah, I just love how Chio's just absolutely cocky as of regarding Mam. You know, no, I wouldn't be surprised if the dude with like the ghost outfit is that man right there. Huh. It's actually good to know regarding Mam. Aww. But thankfully, though, Mam is smart enough where she can do it on her own. You know? No, there's no way to disappoint me. He already taught Mam a lot. Or maybe he's pretending. Yeah, sounds like he's pretending. He's like, ugh. Yeah, I think I have a feeling Mam thinks that this guy's faking his sickness. But you know what? I can see where the master's coming from. He's probably doing this so that Mam can think more for herself independently. No, she's only telling herself that. Thankfully, though, that Mike's gone considering the amount of confidence she's attacking Zama in this episode and the previous episode. Wait, so the heal spell has those kind of implications too? Talk about a versatile spell. Whoa. Oh, that explains why Zama took a lot of damage from Mam's attack then. Yeah, I wonder if the over here concept is actually applicable towards some of the Dragon Quest games. I know this overheal concept is applicable towards some Final Fantasy games where if you utilize a healing spell against certain enemies, they sometimes die depending on which type of foe you tackle on. You know, I like where this is going. Oh. I don't like the sweat coming from Chio's eyes. Yeah, he looks epic. I mean, thankfully though, all of his students definitely looking like they get the concept. Oh! Kind of feel bad a little bit for bad for Chio though. I'm like, aww. Oh. And it's nice here seeing the big amount of respect that Mem has for her master too. What a show up! I like that though. A little bit of overconfidence does give Mem's master a nice personality trait. And I like this. It's at least showing us how Mem is doing a lot of damage. Instead of it just saying, oh yeah, Mem's just super powerful and that's how she's causing damage. No. She like how that flashback actually broke things down. Finally! Yeah, after all of a sudden, they're all going to have to owe Mem a solid. Damn! Yo, she's attacking so fiercely, my stomach can't even actually land a counterattack blow anymore. Jeez! Well, naturally, because they've been separated from Mem for like how long? I mean, give or take maybe a few weeks or months. I can only hope he didn't have that in his balls area, because that looked pretty damn suggestive there. Wait, did he just take out a manga? Yo, some were bleeding to death. They would have died already at this rate. That's a good point. Only bona fide scrubs would do that. I'm not trying to insult you, but come on! There's some scrubs there. Oh shit. Oh, I wonder if he figured out the vulnerabilities and she sealed off. Yeah, you know what? Don't get me wrong, I don't like seeing Mem in this parallel situation, but at least so you're seeing some of the opposition actually utilize their noggin to get the upper hand. Although I have a gut feeling that Mem's going to potentially figure out how to utilize that ability that she was utilizing with her legs pretty soon. Because I don't think her fighting technique would be that simple. Man, she's got some mass athleticism though. Just how much shit can this dude fit? No, like seriously. No, I mean it's better than nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. With DAI, all it needs is just the bare minimum. Oh boy. Oh! Oh! I've been waiting to see DAI use the blade. Yo. Pretty sure the king won't complain. I mean, Mem was kicking the ass of Zama with her fist, so it's like, pretty sure the king can run. Alright, so I know what you're doing there with the fat service. Subtle. But no, all jokes aside though, I'm pretty sure the king's not gonna mind DAI. You know, our girl Nan is tough. pretty sure that only knocked her out for maybe a few seconds. But I'm pretty sure the King's not going to mind utilizing the blade, considering that Mam looked like she has the tournament in the back before it was all interrupted. I think things will be good for the most part. You talk about the heart of a champion getting up there so bite that huge blow she received. You know, despite you not participating directly in the combat, I think it's awe-inspiring that he still got the strength to lift up a DAI. That is absolutely damn cool. I mean, hey, you know, he hasn't utilized those abilities enough to realize the limitations of his own strength in major combat. And you know what? If he makes it out alive, which I have a feeling he will, he can just take it as a bit of a learning lesson. Yo, just imagine he utilizes the same technique as a man. Oh, man! Oh, boy. You had a feeling that man was going to be way too strong for him to want to bring alive, looking at the context of things. I mean, the thing she has to do now is just muscle through it and try to buy as much time as she can. And this, like, even though Man is outmatched, this is a great debut because even though she's not going to get the direct win against Zama, she's at the very least showed the means to know how to defeat Zama. And she's still a major active participant in the battle despite this. That is some damn good writing. At least finally someone calls Zama for the trash she is. Yeah, you know, was the word talking like that? I am surprised anyone wants to serve that old, kooky little bastard. And it's not that he's talking to a person that is son. I'm like, wow. How did Zaburi even woo a woman to even have a son in the first place with that kind of shitty personality? That's the $1 million question. Never thought I'd say this, but the episode kind of made me feel a little bit sorry for Zama. A little bit. If it wasn't an absolute douche, I would actually feel really sorry for him. Alright. You know, him utilizing the upgrade kind of reminds me of the sensu beans from the Dragon Ball series for some odd reason. Only, of course, less potent. Oh man, at least it's better than nothing. Yo, he looks so fucking badass with that blade. That dude's definitely gonna be Mam's master. Like, it really can't be anyone else. Oh, I see. It can just put the slime around her hands. I'm assuming that's why he wants him to aim it at her. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And at that moment, I realized he fucked up. And cool, I was kind of getting worried that I was only going to be Mam and DAI getting the glory, but at least Pop actually participated too. I gotta give oh, that's a cool shot. I'm gonna have to use that as a thumbnail. Our DAI. That was absolutely manly. Yo, it's so manly Not even Gomichan or anyone else could have looked at that flashing light. Hope that worked because if not, then he's truly fucked. I mean, it has to, right? How in the fuck is this dude still standing? Oh. Oh, okay, the episode scared the fuck out of me for a second. I mean, can they really be classified as pieces of trash if they kicked his ass and made him look like a manufactured bitch? No, he really can't be saying that. Obviously, his calculations went wrong the moment he decided to fuck with DAI and his friends. That's where it all went to shit. Yo, concerning the plot of the series, I am surprised they're showing his body or relatively nude. Yeah, actually, I almost forgot to mention, but Chio did participate too, actually. I gotta give him his props. I mean, is our boy even okay, I thought for a second he might have been unconscious. Ha! Wait, so much for the legendary Sword of Champions. I hope that ended up being a fake or a copy. And there's a real Sword of Champions that actually can withstand its power. Okay, maybe that sword ain't the real one. It's gotta be maybe a copy. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling it might be a fake because with all the hype, the Sword of Wait, what? Okay, they really should have double tapped this back. Oh. I mean, they had no way of them expecting he was gonna do that, though. Oh, shit. And you know what those implications... Hadler's going to come back with a vengeance. I'm assuming he's going to be the next guinea pig. Because Zaboria's not going to want to do it himself. Obviously, Zaboria's not going to be grateful. But, yeah, it looks like Zama doesn't care about that. That says a lot about a person when even his own freaking son. What the Damn, that's actually kind of sad. That the relationship is that fucked up. Despite Zama being a villain, shit, I kind of feel bad for him. So sort of like a forced cremation here. I think he's only saying that because he hasn't really truly felt what was love. I mean, when you're raised by someone like Zaboria, and no one's gonna turn out properly. No one. I have a feeling that day's not gonna come to pass, though. Because whether the case may be that the superior beings are strong, Dai hasn't really had a full grasp of his own abilities yet. So it goes two ways. Well, yeah, obviously, because he wouldn't have used his last moments just to give the data towards his dad. Oh, that's true. It actually kind of does affect Dai the most. Considering his relationship with his own father isn't exactly the greatest either. Oh, yeah, at least someone got praised. That's better than nothing. I'm wondering that person in sync is Handler. Yeah, it looks like Handler. And it makes sense because he's he's desperate as fuck. All things considered, this guy is absolutely obsessed with pursuing Dai, so I don't think it can be anyone else other than Handler. And I was saying that, yo, this episode was epic. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, what can I say? I know some of y'all may think this Vengeance opinion is controversial, but I think this episode's actually worthy of a 10 out of 10. Yes, I can understand someone being like, but Anime Cave, man. There wasn't major emotional moments. I felt I had major emotional moments. Because regardless, I like how Dai actually could relate to Zama's situation. And considering the battle that Dai just came out of a while back against his father, it gave this fight scene a lot more power than it would have had if, say, Dai wouldn't have never encountered his father in series yet. And that's what I love about this episode, because it's like, from what they've shown off of Dai's father, even though, yes, Burn isn't exactly the most ethical individual, at least he tried to bring Dai towards his son. I mean, he genuinely, at least there was something deep down in him that actually gave a shit. And, oh, Crocodile. Oh, it's a recap. Oh, it's a recap episode. A recap. You know what? It depends. If the recap episode is listed as episode 38, obviously I have no choice but to react to it. But if it says something like 37.5, then I am reacting to a recap episode if it's like a 37.5. That's how I usually, for those who are wondering, that's how I usually handle recap episodes. But in saying that, I'm not going to complain. This series earned the right to have a recap episode after like 37 episodes of beauty. Out of all the animes I've watched, if someone had told me, hey, Anime Came Out, which anime do I think deserves a recap episode? It's this series. Out of Toei's animes, because Tropical Road, Pretty Cure, and Digimon 2020 from Toei, they do not deserve recap episodes because Toei does not go all out in every single episode for those series. Yes, those two series have episodes that look good, but I don't feel those series have earned recap episodes. This series actually has earned a recap episode. I mean, my goodness, the animators, they need a freaking break after all the work they do each and every week, making every episode look super consistent. So, you know what? I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. Now, in saying that, there were reasons other than that as to why I felt the episode was 10 out of 10 worthy. For one, I do love how Dai is actually becoming, at the very least, a bit more explorative about himself. And yeah, he expends too much energy in his fights. And it's something that the series does emphasize a lot, because whenever we see Dai fight, he always does go full force pretty damn freaking quickly. And I do like that. I like how it's subversive, because in most animes, especially the shonen variety, main characters are usually absolutely guilty of not utilizing their full power at the very get-go, and that screws them over. Hell, that happens in Toei's own anime. It happens a fuckload of times in that series where I'm like, bruh, utilize your ultimate forms, because in that series sometimes you have fodder Digimon die because the main characters didn't want to use their ultimate forms. This series does not have that issue, just given the fact that we always see Dai go full force, and this episode gave us narrative consequences to what happens when Dai goes full force every single fight. I love that. It gives us consequences. And that is some damn good writing because for some odd reason, Toei has a fetish with their animes where they have characters just pointlessly hold back because it ain't just the Digimon 2020 that has this issue. Tropical Road Pretty Cure has this issue. And not just Tropical Road Pretty Cure has this issue. I'd venture to say that even Gegege no Gitara has this issue where in multiple instances when Gitara was binded by enemy, the fucker doesn't use his internal electricity when he can just get out of like pincer attacks utilizing his internal electricity. And it wasn't just that series too. Toei had the same issue also. And Saint Seiya, where I'm just watching Saint Seiya, I'm like, yeah, bro, just utilize your main attack and you'll just win the fight a lot more quickly. So for some reason, it's another one of Toei's fetishes, where they have animes where characters fight, where they can just instantly win if they just use their full power. Thankfully, this series doesn't have that ugly Toei fetish. Don't get me wrong, some of Toei's fetishes are nice. Like, Toei's fetish of having beautiful transformation sequences is always a plus. Toei's fetish of having characters scream right before they power up is hype as fuck, and I love that. Toei's fetish of having characters go ka-da-da-da-da is fucking cool. But damn it, that specific fetish pisses me the fuck off. Thankfully, this series doesn't suffer under that. And that's why I love the episode. That's why for me, that type of stuff matters a lot more than a typical viewer because I do watch a lot of Toei anime. So when Toei doesn't do that type of shit that they usually do, I can't help but give him praise on that. I'm like, good job, Toei. This is the type of Toei I like to see every freaking week. And then aside from that, something else that this episode also did a fantastic job in too. I do like the fact that for this episode, it was a full team effort. Like literally, if you didn't have Chiyu, Pop, Mam, or Dai in the fight, they would have lost. If it wasn't for Chiyu making an opening for Dai to be spit out of the man's body and Mam attacking Zama's body to get Dai out, it wasn't for Pop utilizing the fist spell to free Mam's hands, if it wasn't from Mam distracting Zama long enough, and it wasn't for Dai finishing Zama off, then this fight would not have lasted. It would not have ended in the favor of the heroes, and I do love that because it makes sure that every character, even the minor ones like Chiyo, have importance. That's when narratively the episode was strong, because aside from the fights looking beautiful, which they did, the fights, they were well written. The way anime fights are supposed to be written, with every single participant feeling like they make a difference. And it was nice seeing a bit of a flashback involving Man's Master. I thought he was pretty damn cool. I still stick with my theory that he was the dude with like the ghost cloak. I don't think he can be anyone else. And then aside from that, I do love how from a character step, when you see Chiyo step it up, you see him with bravery, you see him help out Dai. I love that. He showed a lot of badassery. And I like how you can see even Mam and Dai feel bad for Zama, showing sympathy for one of their opponents. That was actually really damn nice too. Because I like anime characters when they show sympathy for an opponent once they're defeated, not during a fight where it fucking distracts them and they do stupid shit. Like I've seen some other animes I watch. Son Heroes! Hero Successor. Like the anime where I'm like, brah, you make so much problems for yourself because you don't finish off the anime. Thankfully, this series doesn't do that also. And that anime came out this season. And that's why I think this episode is also worthy of a 10 out of 10. It avoids so many trappings that a lot of animes that this season fall into. That's why it's literally amazing. The character and story writing. I don't even need to say more about the visuals. Everything was hand drawn. The facial expressions of Zama were well drawn too. Oh, great vocal performances. Especially from Dai's voice actor and Mam's voice actress. And the music was just so darn beautiful. And that is why I need to give the episode a 10 out of 10. It was just the definition of epic. Just like almost every single Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode. But anyways, y'all. These are my thoughts on the episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction. Or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comments, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, I'll see y'all later if you come back for more, and I hope you subscribe so you don't miss my Dragon Quest Adventure and Die episode 38 reaction, or my reaction to the anime. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.